Okay. So in the previous session, we are started with the topic is called cut set and then cut vertex. Hope you can remember the definitions. So cut set means that particular some edges will disconnect the component into two components, like just removing those edges of the set, the complete graph will be divided into two components. Okay, so such concept is called cut set. So also we have discussed another topic is called cut point or cut vertex. If you remove some number of particular vertices, you will have the just disconnection in the graph that will be divided into two components. Okay, the same concept here also it is overlapping. Finally, you will be having a number of different components from the original graph. Okay, so here another concept what we have discussed, that is edge connectivity and then vertex connectivity. To reduce the number of edges and the number of vertices respectively in the removal. Okay, that concept is called edge connectivity and then vertex connectivity respectively. These are the topics we have discussed majorly in the previous session. Now freshly we can enter into another topic, that is spanning tree. Okay, spanning tree here, usually I hope you guys can remember the definition of the spanning subgraph. Can anyone try to say the definition of spanning subgraph? You know the definition of subgraph. Can you just try to say quickly spanning tree spanning subgraph definition? Can anyone please?
Spanning subgraph is a subgraph that contains all the vertices of
Very
the.
good. Exactly correct sentence you have used. Okay, see here, spanning subgraph is a subgraph which contains all the vertices of the original graph G. That is a spanning subgraph. The same definition will be allied on this spanning tree also. Here, you will have the G. You will have the original graph G, from which you will construct one tree. Okay, that tree contains all the vertices of the original graph G. Okay, that's what. So here, that such tree is called spanning tree. That's why they are used the word spanning. Okay, so here what they are saying, from G, you are constructing one T, that is a subgraph. Certainly said that is a subgraph. That tree contains all the vertices of G. Okay, so such tree is called spanning tree. Okay, see here they are just highlighted in bold from the original graph G. They are highlighted one tree. Okay, so that tree is called spanning tree because it covers all the vertices of the original graph. You can just check here, it is covered all the original graph, right? So original number of vertices of the graph G. So that's why it is called spanning tree. Okay, now they are provided the first example. So this is the first graph. For this first graph, we are able to construct in 4 ways spanning trees. See here, this is one spanning tree. It covers all the 4 vertices. In all the 4 subgraphs, it covers all the 4 vertices of the original graph. As well, all the 4 subgraphs are precisely, it is a tree. So this can be called as spanning tree. By the same way, you can just take example second graph. They are just determining all its spanning tree. Okay, next third one. They are just drawing all its spanning tree. Sometimes the question will be asked to you, determine all its spanning tree by providing the original graph. That time that can be considered as a maybe a 3-mark question or a 5-mark question. So it depends about the number of vertices they are used in the graph G. Okay, so that you can expect in the exam, like in exam point of view, draw all the spanning tree of this graph G. That time you have to be ready to know the definition of this spanning tree that should cover all the vertices. At the same time, you need to attain the subgraph as a tree that should not have any cycle. So have you understood the definition on a spanning tree? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Next, so likewise, they are given another graph here, G, from which for which they can able to draw three spanning trees. All trees are projected here. So you can just check in all three spanning trees. It covers all the vertices of the original graph G. So next, here it is important to know the pointers. See here, in your spanning tree, you will have some edges, right? Here A, B, C, D are the edges of T. Okay, more perfectly, it can be called like a branches. Okay, branches. So here A is a branch of T. A is a branch of T1. B is a branch of T1. So next, one more thing. If suppose if one edge is not appeared on this spanning tree, but it may be the edge of the original graph G. Okay, that E is, according to this spanning tree, A is a branch. Okay, E is the chord of the spanning tree. Hope you can understand what I'm trying to say on it. See here, according to this spanning tree T1, A is the branch, E is the chord of this spanning tree T1. So by the way, can you just try to say another chord of this spanning tree T1?
GHF.
Very good. G, H and F. Okay. All three can be called as the chord. So I hope you have understood the definition. That's what they are given. And edge is not given in the spanning tree, but that can be the edge of original graph G. That edge is called chord. Anyway, you have understood that. Okay. Quickly, I can get into the another important. See here, fundamental cut sets. Already you are just come across the definition of cut set and then cut vertices. Okay, so here cut set, it classified into another topic. That name is called fundamental cut set. Here there is one important condition you need to insert on this definition, fundamental cut set. So what is the important thing you need to know on this fundamental cut set? Don't get into the slide directly. So you will not understand that if you could enter into that. So first let me explain with the example, and then if you could read all the lines of the slide, you will automatically understand the concept. So please listen. So here, cut set means you will have some edges in a set. Okay, by removing those edges, you will have the graph divides into two connected components. Both the components can be called as a separate subgraphs of the original graph G. By removing some number of edges, you will have exactly two shapes of connected components. So then those edges can put into one set. Such set is called cut set. That is the definition you have already come across. Now another word is added, that is fundamental cut set. So here fundamental cut set, it is related with the concept spanning tree. Okay, cut set is not related with the concept spanning tree, but fundamental cut set. So here you can relate this concept with the spanning tree. How it is going to be related? That's it. See here, let us enter into that. Okay, first example. See here, you can consider this as a graph G. So we are going to link the spanning tree in your cut set concept. That is a thing we are forced to use the spanning tree concept here. So here fundamental cut set means first let us go into one by one. See here, if the graph is provided to you, you will know what are all the cut sets can be derived on this graph G. Okay, so here how they are linking this spanning tree into that cut set means first you can just try to draw the spanning tree of that original graph. Okay, so this might be the spanning tree of this original graph. By the way, you can draw another shape of that. Okay, there will be the multiple number of spanning tree will attain for this graph G. Okay, next, first let us consider this spanning tree T1. Okay, so here for this T1, I can able to determine fundamental cut sets. how it can be determined? The rule is to be followed. See here, the one card, extremely sorry. So here, one branch, okay. So branch means the edge of the spanning tree is called branch, right? So here you are going to take for each branch of the spanning tree, you will have one cut sets. You are able to derive one cut set. For example, see here, look at this cut sets. See here, they are given 4 cut sets. All the 4 cut sets, see here, in your cut set 1, you are having the edge E1. Okay, there is no other branches given on this cut set 1. Okay, you are allowed to have only one branch should be placed in your cut set. Okay, next, there will be the remaining edges, maybe the chords of your tree, okay, spanning tree. But you are allowed to have multiple number of chords in your cut set, but you are restricted to use only one branch of the spanning tree. Then such set is called, if it is so, if you are able to create such cut set means such cut set is called fundamental cut set. See here, if you look at the second cut set, you are having the second edge, that means second branch E4. Okay, in your third cut set, you are using third E6. In your fourth one, E3. So you have used all the 4 branches of the spanning tree. Okay, so whatever may be the number of branches you may have in your subtree, spanning tree, that many number of cut sets you are able to create in your original graph. Can you get the point what I'm trying to say on it? Can you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here the original logic behind this, you will have number of edges in your spanning tree. Okay, by writing as a disjoint sets with respect to, that means what is the disjoint means, you are allowed to have at one time in your cut set only one branch is allowed in your cut set, each cut set. Okay, see here E1 is used means certainly it is not possible to insert another branch of the spanning tree 1. Okay, so by the way, you are allowed to have, certainly it is possible to have the number of edges of spanning tree, that much level you will have the cut set in your original graph. Okay, so see you can just check E1, E2, E5, that is E1, E2, E5, E8. So that is your cut set 1. So by the way, E4, E2, E5. So this is a encircled cut. Next, E6, E7, E8. Next, last one is E3, E5, E8. So so you have just, you can agree the point. If you apply this cut, certainly the graph just disconnects into 2 connected components. Okay. So that is the main concept, the linking process will be done between the spanning tree and then cut set. So here you need to be clear the difference between cut set and then fundamental cut set means, fundamental cut set you will have, the rule is called one edge of T, that means one branch of T in your cut set, you should have only one branch, and then remaining edges maybe whatever may be the number of chords of T. Such cut set is called fundamental cut set. So
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, how will we decide which chord to include in the fundamental cut set?
Yeah, see here, if you use here like E1, if you are planning to use E1 means that time you just otherwise let me just choose another one, so that could be the easy one. See here, I'm planning to create a cut set by using E3. Okay, so if I fix E3 means that edge will be included in the cut set, that you know the concept. So with that edge, what are all the edges are possibly can add into the set. So here other edges will not be allowed. So with it, you can just simply draw the like mirror edges, like there should not be the original, right? So So you can just simply draw. After that, with it, what edge can be added, like another edge. So this may be added. So next, with it, if I remove those edges, certainly it will not divide into two components. So with it, I need to add one more edge also. So by removing E3 and then E5, E8, then only it will be formed it will be divided into two connected components. So by the way, by keeping one card, with that you need to check what are all the other edges, other cards of the spanning tree will be added into the cut set. Can you get the point?
Yes, sir.
By keeping the source as spanning tree, you can just try to guess the remaining cards. What are all the things can be added into the cut set? So by the way, you can easily guess it. Is it clear?
Sir, if there is no code, then what will happen?
That time, very good question. See, in such case, suppose, in such case, if suppose, I have planned to show that example also. Anyway, previously the question was raised. See here, you will just consider one example. Maybe this is another E11. Okay, so in that case, this may be included as the spanning tree edge means. That means this may be derived as a next spanning tree edge, like a branch of that spanning tree means that time, if it is not possible to add any other chords to that particular branch means that time that will play the role as separate cut set. Okay, by removing that edge alone, certainly the graph divides into two components. Can you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyway, I'll show the example so that you will just understand it. Yeah, this is the example of that. See here, in that case, you are having the branches like B1, B2, B4, B3, B5 are the branches of this spanning tree T. This might be the spanning tree of the original graph G. Okay, next. So now you would have guessed like totally how many number of cut sets can be derived with this spanning tree? How many number of cut sets possibly can derive?
5, sir.
5. Very good. Totally there are 5 edges on this spanning tree. So certainly 5 sets will be derived. So here you can just check B1, B2, B3. Other things you know that when you get into the B5 alone, so since I could not add any chord to that particular branch B5, so that time I will be allowed, certainly that will play a separate edge as a single cut set. See here, E8, that means if you cut this, certainly this will be the second component, this will be the first component. So the graph divides into two connected components. It follows the rule, it does not violate the rule. So we should accept that as a separate edge as the cut set. Can you get the point? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is also possibility will be there. Okay. So here they are given another example. So for this they are given the spanning tree E1, and then E2, E4, E7. So this is the given E1, E2, E4, E7. For this corresponding spanning tree, they are asked us to derive the fundamental cut sets with respect to this spanning tree. Okay, so it is quite easy. You know that totally there might be 4 fundamental cut sets. You are able to derive, right? They are derived all the 4 things. So by keeping the source as spanning tree, you need to check with other chords. What are all the other possibility to add the chords with that each branch of the spanning tree? That time you can easily derive the thing. Is it easy to you to follow the concept? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, let us enter into the last topic. So with that I'll complete. So very simple, another one. So once you understood the previous one, you can easily show the difference between what is a fundamental cut set what is the fundamental circuit. Okay, see here, there you need to remember the definition of fundamental cut set. The important point I told you, you are allowed to add one branch of spanning tree. Okay, with it you are allowed to add multiple number of chords of that spanning tree. Okay, in your set, in your cut set, there should be only one branch. Okay, branch means you know that edge of the spanning tree is called a branch. So you are allowed to have only one edge of spanning tree. Remaining can be the chords of the spanning tree. Okay, but in your fundamental circuit, you can see the difference between them. See here, uh, you will have in your previous thing you are added only one branch, but in your circuit you are allowed to add only one card. You can see the difference between them. In your fundamental cut set, adding one branch. In your fundamental circuit, you are adding one card. That is a major difference between them. Okay, you should not get confusion between them. The concepts like fundamental cut set means you are adding exactly one branch. In your fundamental circuit, you are adding exactly one card. That will form a circuit. Okay, so such circuit is called fundamental circuit. Anyway, I'll explain to you with the example. See here, you can consider this. So this is your original graph G, okay, for which this is the spanning tree. So you can keep the source of this in which you can choose some particular edges, not a problem, some particular edges of that tree. You are allowed to use whatever may be the number of branches of the tree, not a problem, but strictly you are allowed to use only one card so that it should form a cycle. Otherwise it should form a circuit. In another terms, they can call it like a circuit also. So here, if you keep this source or a spanning tree as a source, means here if I consider this one like 1 2, like 1 2 3 means, then if I add only one card to that, I should create a cycle. So I'm allowed to add chord as 2 3. Okay, so by adding 2 3 chord, I am getting 3 cycle. This cycle is called fundamental circuit because it is following the rule like it is added only one card of that spanning tree. Remaining edges are the branches of the spanning tree. It is not violating the rule of fundamental circuit. So I can call this as a fundamental circuit. If suppose instead, if I add like in your, okay, let me ask one more question to you. Okay. So can I call this as a fundamental circuit 1, 2, 3, 4?
No, sir.
Why? What is the reason?
There
Your
are
answer is
three
right. Very good.
cycles.
There are
You have two chords.
3 cycles.
3 cycles. Very good. Okay. Another one.
You added two chords.
Very good. The primary point you need to say it is added by both the points are correct. Both the persons have said correctly. But anyway, here strictly you need to check how many cards are existing on this circuit. So I have added 2, 3 and then 3, 4 as the chords. So I should not call this as a fundamental circuit. So by the way, by adding only one card, you will get another circuit 1, 3, 4, 1. Okay. By the way, another like 1, 3, 5. So here they are added this as a chord. Okay. Next, in your top, we are added 2, 5. Okay. So this is the difference between fundamental circuit and then fundamental cut set. So by the way, they are just giving another example of this structure. So related with it. So this each chord will play the role like by adding separately you will be getting 3 different circuits. Is it clear? Have you understood on both the concepts, fundamental cut set and then fundamental circuit?
Yes, sir.
Okay.